back with all new price predictions for Wednesday. Also, some new buying that I'm looking to do. Support resistance levels on a lot of names, as in Intel, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, SMCI, some health, HIMS, Eli Lilly, UNH, and some other names as well. We'll try to keep the video right around 10-ish minutes to keep it just a nice short video today. And let's get straight into it. So let's see if we can get the video over 100 likes. 100 likes. I'll post 2 videos tomorrow. If not, we'll see when I post the next video. But let's get the video over 100 likes. That is the goal. Like it up. More than 100 people are going to watch it, so it should be pretty easy, okay? Intel, something I'm looking at. Very nice run. Held supports. Bounced off of it. Hit our first target right around $35. I have a second target right around 40. New resistance is right around 38.20. And then your new support is right around 33.70. So what I'm looking out for on Intel, we'll be looking out for this Discord. If it can break that resistance area, I'm looking to play Intel up into the 40s for it to continue this strength and continue on pushing. That's something big I'm looking out for on the Intel front, and kind of the only thing I'm kind of watching on Intel. I might do shares as well, but mostly options in that range. Let's go to SMCI. SMCI is still pushing up very good. It did test this resistance. It did close below it. So I'm going to still leave this 55.05 as resistance. I'm going to also leave the bigger resistance right around 58.15. And the 52.40 is a support. Now, SMCI is coming down to an area. I am looking for potential shares for it to go back up and try to hit around the 60 range, which would be over 20% gains that I'm looking out for. But we're going to know that tomorrow. So if we keep pulling down tomorrow, that might lead to a better buy, because I would like to buy around a support on SMCI to minimize the risk, right? Because every time we do a play, I have a clear entry, a clear target, a clear support, clear resistance. Everything's very clear to make a stock a play, because it's a very big difference. Like this morning, we did SPY calls, 8% gain. I also did 𝐾𝐭 calls for 7% gain. So, and yesterday I did Amazon 13, Meta 8%. And then last week, you could see all the plays I did last week, literally winning every play for almost 2 weeks in the Discord. Make sure you guys join first in the description. You have the monthly, the yearly, and also lifetime memberships that come with personal training, which is probably the best bang for your buck. Prices will be going up tonight for 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐠𝐞𝐭. So that's what I'm looking out for on SMCI that I think could be pretty big. AMD is still pretty stalled. Resistance 215.80. Still looking for that to break. It tried to break it today, but we really didn't have the strength. It tried to break it here, came down, tried to test it here almost perfect, came back down again. So I'm still looking for the same thing on AMD, looking for it to come back up, break that resistance with strength, and then I'll be looking to play it to the all-time highs, because technically AMD has not hit all-time highs. The all-time high is 227.30. It went all the way to 226.71. So AMD still getting all-time highs, still looking for that bigger reversal. Got long-term shares, of course, not selling none of those. Nvidia support about 178.50. Resistance level is still about 190.35, but I think we're creating another resistance area. We'll just put it on our chart right around 185. So let's watch out for that. No plays I see on Nvidia right now. Cloudflare net has the same levels, so nothing's going on with Cloudflare. Also, ARM has a support right around 152.75. Resistance is right around 162.80. So I'm still looking out for ARM to break that resistance. If it does, it might show strength to pass the 170s. That's a potential call option plan I'm kind of looking out for. Just kind of waiting for more strength. And then the Pacific month and strike that I do will all be in the Discord. That's where you get everything. We'll be in there. That's what I'm looking out for on ARM, CrowdStrike. Big drop today, same support, same resistance. We haven't broken any of these in about 2 weeks, so we still need some type of movement. No real plays I see for CrowdStrike just yet. We can also go over Qualcomm. Qualcomm did break a support. Your next bigger support on Qualcomm is around 161.25, and your resistance level is going to be about 169. So watch these areas on Qualcomm. I really don't see any plays. All I can probably say is it's probably going down to like the support area, so probably just puts on it until it breaks the resistance. I would probably look for a little downside. It is still bullish though. It is bullish. Not like it's bearish just yet. It's just the longer term view of the chart. It really has not moved since like August of 2024. It's been the same like 165-ish range, which is not too exciting in my opinion. TSM hit almost hit all-time highs, touched resistance, fell down, about to touch support. So we'll see if TSM wants to go back up. New resistance on TSM is 301.35. So if we get a nice reversal, 301, Yeah, 301.35. So if we get a nice reversal on TSM, I'll be looking for calls after it breaks out all-time highs, very Pacific calls. But if it breaks that support, then we're probably going down to around 284 on TSM, and that's 290.260 as a support area. Then if we go to AVGO, I love AVGO long term. It touched support, kind of bounced from that. Nothing really going on. Still looking for AVGO to either break the resistance or support. If it breaks resistance, I'll play calls. If it breaks support, I'll probably just let it drop and look to buy more longer term shares. The resistance is 361.45. No, hold up. The resistance is 344.85. That's like the bigger area I'm watching out for. That would be the bigger play. But support is around 329.85 as well. So we'll just kind of see which one wants to break, where AVGO wants to go. It's kind of just been bouncing around here for about the 2 weeks. Hasn't really moved out of there. Palantir came up close to resistance around 186.80. This is why I say we need it to break. Not just touch, not just get close. It needs to break. So it touched it here. Big drop. Didn't get close. Today it got close. Almost tried to test it, but it came right back down. So no strength out of Palantir. I'm just being patient and kind of waiting. I do want some bigger calls, but for now, I'm just waiting. You do have a support around 168.70, and you also have a secondary support closer to the price at about 178.30. So you really wanted to hold this support to keep that strength for Palantir to go to all-time highs. It's just a little bit laggy right now, but hopefully it can do it. SoFi is testing resistance, 27.90, so we'll know tomorrow if SoFi is ready to boom up. Support is still the same, 25.70. So we're going to know if SoFi is ready to push up. I might play it, I might not. But if it does push up, looking for it to go up to the all-time highs, which is past 30, up to like the 31s. That would be a nice possible for the SoFi front. Let's go to Tesla. Tesla is breaking shorter term support, so I want to add another support. The new support on Tesla I'm gonna look out for is probably around 429.40. So this would be a very critical area. We haven't broken a key support this whole time running here. We came here, held support, came back up, held support, get back up, held support here, came back up. So we never really broke a support on Tesla with this little melt up run that it's been having. So if it breaks the support, that might sense that Tesla wants to drop more and not really continue this upward movement. So that's going to be critical. Also, you have two resistance now, one at 452.10 and another one at 447.50. So two resistance areas to watch out for. Tesla would have to break both of those to show strength that it wants to go up. But if it breaks those supports, I might be looking for puts tomorrow on the Tesla front. Apple, pretty stalled, same levels on Apple, looking for the same thing, nothing really has changed. Looking for that resistance level to break. Meta as well showed a little weakness. Looking for Meta puts, but I really wanted to break that support around 701.70. So we'll kind of see. I am pretty much looking for more downside on Meta until it breaks the resistance, but that resistance is around 725.05. So until it breaks that resistance, I'm pretty much just looking for more downward side because Meta is one of the heavy ones in the Mag 7s that's actually starting to drop. So we just want to be cautious of that. Netflix had a big pop today. Nothing really crazy going on with Netflix. Resistance 1207. And then support on Netflix is right around 1160. So I would just watch out for those levels for now on Netflix. Nothing really crazy going on. Just kind of in a stalled out period. Nothing really exciting. HIMS come back up, break resistance. So what HIMS needs to do, it needs to break that resistance, but it will also need to break this secondary one. Once it breaks that, then I'll believe that it's ready to go up maybe like to the 62s or so for a target area. So you have one around 57.45 and 58.80. So we'll watch out for that. Support, I'm going to leave it at 48.90 for now as well. You do have another support probably around 55.50 if you want to put that on your chart. But just be mindful, HIMS has been very stalled in this range. No real direction since about May of 2025. Not really going anywhere for a long time. So you just want to keep that in mind as well, just in case you play it and then it drops. Just gotta be careful on it. Eli Lilly still showing a little softness. If Eli Lilly comes back up and breaks resistance, we might see some more strength right around 850.85. So I'd watch out for that on Eli Lilly. That might be a possible play. That's kind of all that I see on Eli Lilly. UNH tried to test that resistance level. Tried to test that resistance level right around 364. We can see if tomorrow might push through that. We already got some plays working on UNH, so I probably won't buy anything new. I'll just kind of hold what we have and see if UNH can push up to the 380s. But we also have a new support on UNH, which is right around 359.70. So we can have that on our chart. We are also watching Merck. Merck had a decent drop. Watching resistance around 89.50. Remember, it had a big pop, so for now we're just letting Merck kind of sizzle out, stall out a little bit, and once it gets ready to have that strength again, it's going to come back up and break that resistance, and that might be the key that is ready to start pushing up. Gold is kind of still going up. I don't see a new entry yet on gold, so I'll be patient. Silver had a bigger drop, tested support right around 43.05, so we're looking for silver. Looking for a whole new play on silver. We have resistance around 44.03. If silver comes back up and break that resistance, that might be time to get more silver calls that I'm looking out for. That could be big for silver to go up to like the 46-ish range and like push up, right? So we're looking for silver to continue this movement that it's been having. It's just on a drop down as it does here, here. But overall, we're looking for that trajectory to stay up, just like how gold is kind of pushing. OXY, oil, pretty boring. TLT, pretty boring. Nothing much going on. S&P 500, I'm gonna still leave that support there, right around 669.60. And then we're just going to take off resistance for now, no clean resistance, but I'm going to leave that as support. And then if you want like a secondary support to watch on SPY, it'll probably be around 668 even in that range. So we'll kind of watch out for these two areas. But SPY is a little stalled. It's been the same range for about 4 days. If you look at the hourly chart, you can kind of tell it's kind of just been bobbling around here. No real direction ever since the government shut down. We don't really have any news coming out to really help this market move. So it's just a little slow. Just want to keep that in mind. We've still been winning every play. Make sure you guys join the team to really build that freedom, really learn from these videos, become 1% better, build that independence and build that freedom so you could trade for 20 minutes and then get off the market as we do every morning. You'll see that once you join the team. Firstly, in that description, make sure you join ASAPito. And let's see. Lyft did break support, so we're going to take support off. We're also going to move resistance now to about 22.30, so we'll leave that. I don't really see any buys with Lyft, but those are the new levels. Open, still trying to break that resistance, $9.65. Once it does that, I believe it can get to 11, so that might be a possible play for me. Support's the same, $8.05. CRWV is having some drop. Resistance support's the same. We're just trying to see if CRWV wants to continue this move that it's been having. To show signs of that, it would have to come back and break resistance. So that would be like the early sign warning that it might be ready to start doing that. BMNR has some pull down, tested support, tested resistance, instantly came right back down. I'm gonna say new resistance now on BMNR is 61.45. Then also your new support is right around 57.10. So I kind of watch out for that. If we go to Bitcoin, Bitcoin had a decent drop after this run. We really want Bitcoin to stop around here and then continue going up. Like we really don't want it to go below 120. We want an instant, just nice big push. You also want to watch this resistance level on Bitcoin right around 124 even, 124,000, because if that breaks, it might be go time for Ethereum. Ethereum might push up as well, which will be good for the 𝐸𝐻. The iShares Ethereum Trust for it to go to 38, so that'll be potential calls. Also for IBIT to go back up, hit more highs. That'll be, we played this as well. We got about 20% gains off this one, off this push. We bought here and we sold it right here, and we sold some more at the beginning of the day because Bitcoin is getting weaker. So we saved ourselves from that drop. We locked in profit. IBITF has a resistance 71.15. If Bitcoin breaks, I think this might break, and I think this one might push up into the 73.74, so we might get another 20 to 50%. Also, Coinbase has some droppage today because Bitcoin weak. His support perfect, 363.80. That's why you never miss a video. But yeah, Coinbase can also start moving up, and MSTR had big drops today as well because again, Bitcoin's getting weaker. So we just want to kind of watch these areas for now, but we really need Bitcoin to keep that strength. We don't want bigger pull downs as it's been doing. Like it runs up high here, bigger crash. Runs up high here, bigger crash. We just got to be careful. We don't want a bigger crash here. We want instant, just go up 1 day, 2 day down is cool. Trying to get below 120s, that might be too big of a drop. So be careful, but this could be the time that Bitcoin really runs if we just stay above the 120s, 119s. We don't get too far down because we don't want this. We don't want this. Every time it goes up, it's just bigger drops. We want it to actually have a run like this. Have a run. And that's when the whole crypto market is just going to be booming. So thank you guys for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Always remember, no recommendation of ours or anything, just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see here in the video. Catch you guys on the next one.